Are we recording right now?
That's what I'm
Just
doing.
edit.
I'm not editing anything.
We're on the live. Yeah.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to the channel officially. This is
Slick talk.
gotta put your deep voice on for that.
Yeah.
I'm Dee.
This is Rob. You know who it is.
They do, but now they do.
People said, you know.
Okay, Mike Jones. Anyway,
Hey.
today we're talking about what? Let's get on track.
Today we really just wanted to start off with what this channel is going to be about and about our story. You know what I'm saying? What have we been through? It's going to go over like our marriage, our lifestyle we like to live. We like to have fun. We've been places, done things, enjoyed a few stuff. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about owning a business, owning multiple businesses, different things we've tried. So it's pretty crazy. You know what I'm saying? We talked about wanting to do our own stuff and being our own boss, and we made it come true. You know what I'm saying? We live in a life, but we still would like to do more.
Okay, sorry. Like, we need a word. There has to be a word because he's super loud. The kids asleep. I'm not about to be waking these kids up. So we're going to have to come up with a word because he like to get super loud. And I'm right here, you right here. Like, we good. We can all hear each other. Oops, I'm looking in the wrong place.
See, she ain't even gonna look you in the eye and tell you. You know what I'm saying? She gonna be looking at herself.
Unintentionally.
She like to look at herself a lot. You see what I'm saying? She look at the screen. That's her mirror. Okay, so she's not gonna look at the eye and look the American people in their eyes. And tell them the truth.
We international. What are you talking about? What up, Australia?
You know what I'm saying?
How you
Shout
doing?
outs. The places we ain't been. We gonna get there though one day.
Okay, what's the word?
I don't even know. I was trying to come up with something nice, but you put me on the spot. Let me think. Let's go with I almost said that, but I will not. We'll go with I don't know.
Cue the.
Let's go with shade.
All right.
I just throw it out there. Shade. Oh, okay.
Go
Yeah,
loud.
that's how we're gonna do it. You see
No.
how they
All right. So if you too loud, shade, we're gonna bring it back.
All right, so she got me off topic. We was thinking about something totally different.
Okay.
Because she thinks that I'm loud anyway. Hopefully y'all can hear me out here.
The mic is legitimately.
Yeah, it's right there.
Just saying.
We're sharing a mic.
That's why we have a mic. So you don't have to project your voice.
I'm just.
Oh, and somebody's up.
Yeah. Mike can't pick that up though.
Go get your kid. We about to pause. Hold on. Okay, we're back.
Yo, this is real. You know what I'm saying? Me and my wife, we've been talking about doing this for years. We wanted to really get on and do a channel, but we all had different perspectives. So we was like, I wanted to talk about certain things. She had certain talking points she wanted to do.
You gotta have that female perspective because these men out here, they, I ain't gotta say.
Well, so we just say, you know what, we're going to jump on and do a collabo. We're going to give you different perspectives of everything, from business-wise to marriage to lifestyle, like we said, different things we've done, just truly being an entrepreneur, making it through the pandemic.
This corona, I don't even have a word. Like, I'm so over it. Let me meet the person in China who came up with this. Like, I can't. I don't got the words. But anyway, we know it's been rough for everybody.
It's rough out here. You know what I'm saying? Even for the people that are having their own businesses, the things that is done to it to shut it down, the things that they come up with us to try to help us out. We're going to talk about all of that. We tried a lot of different things to keep our businesses going. You're going to see how we started them, how they got impacted by the pandemic, how they're doing now, if they're still open, if they're closed. We've got into a little dabbling of the real estate game. You know, we've been dibbling and dabbling in there.
Serial entrepreneurs.
Hey, we do a lot. We dabble in a little bit of everything. So our channel is going to be consistent about a lot of those things, and y'all going to look forward to seeing them and how y'all can really make money and see how you can manage your money and do things smartly that we've done or learn from lessons that we lost doing. So we even done like pallets and resale. We did. It's a whole lot of different things we've tried. So
we could be your vendor.
We do got stuff for sale.
What you need?
Yo, y'all go see all the link below because we got a lot of different things that we advertise for us. It's just personal stuff that we do for our businesses. So you'll get to know us. You'll get to see what we do on a daily.
Well, what y'all doing? Let us know what y'all doing in coronavirus. Yeah. Comment below what you've been doing, how you've been surviving, what your struggle been. We want to know.
Yeah, how has it impacted you? You know, is it anything that you've been doing that you see that's a great asset to be doing during a pandemic to make money, to hustle, to even, you know what I'm saying? She over here yawning already, you know. This is the first video. It came out in the first video. We hype, we ready, we good to go. She like, yeah, we done. We done.
We are completely different when it comes to timing. Like, he don't even know what time it is. I'm sure, like 98% of the time. And so I'm like, come on, we gotta do this, we gotta do that. And
I'm grinding, yo.
It's a no-go. So
we have to find that balance, man. It's hard. It's a hard thing because we do a lot of things, and so I'm always looking at the computer on my phone, trying to make sure that things is running smoothly.
All things that have clocks, by the way.
Yeah, they make sure that the clocks are real tiny so that you don't see what time it is. I promise you. Look at your device. Go look at it. Click it open. And it got it up in the corner up there by your battery so that you don't look. The only time you look at your battery is when it's red. That's when your eyes draw over there to the top. But nobody be looking at that. That's what I'm saying. Got a watch. Don't even look at the watch. Because all you need that is for notifications, you know? But that's it, man. We just wanted to jump on, really just get this recorded, get that first one out the way because
just start.
Months and months.
Hashtag just start. Who need that? Drop that below. Who need to just
get
start?
Your channel started. Do you hear me?
It's hard.
We've been saying this, I promise you, for over a year. We had the name, we had everything, Slick Talk Radio, you know.
Y'all got to keep us accountable, though. Like, you got to be like, yo, where you at? Because we need to be dropping a video every week. That's what we're doing. Every week, we're dropping a video.
So y'all better get ready. Hit that subscribe button. You know, we're going to be on here. Y'all going to be like, man, this is the realest couple I ever met, bro. That actually work for themselves, do their own thing, and actually just keep it 100 with stuff that don't work.
That's surprising, though, because I think that's hard to do sometimes, is to give yourself credit for where you are, because especially with social media these days, you see people where you want to go already, but you negate the fact that you come from there, you know?
True.
So
I try to keep her, I try to let her, give her some kind of little checks, you know, like, you know, sometimes like everybody know where they from and where they come from and where they been. But sometimes when you hit a different plateau or different milestones, you have to sit back and reflect to see like, oh man, this is where we was at and look where we at. But you always see that people on their social media try to give you the glitz and glamour that every day, like they not really out here grinding to get where they get. You don't just get this stuff.
It's a grind. Like it's not
It
even.
don't just appear in your bank.
It's a grind.
You
Like,
really got to go out here and really make it for yourself.
it's not something that you've put 30 seconds worth of work into, and then the next day you waking up to all them notifications. Like,
Nah,
it ain't like
sleepless nights, yo. When I'm telling you, doing these pallets and putting up stuff on different platforms and grinding all night to see that next check, and you see the balance and you see the work that you put into it and see the status that you have brought yourself up to, and you're like, okay, but you never even see where you at because your head down grinding.
So I think we should give a tip. So at the end of every show, I think we should give a tip, whether that be on business, relationships, whatever it is. Do you got one off the top of the dome?
That mine would be what we were just really talking about. Take 1 second at the end of each week and just reflect at where you at. See where you think about where you started your grind at. See where you was like, man, I got a vision I'm trying to get to. So don't sell yourself short. Sit back, reflect, but make sure if you still haven't got where you want to, make that your hunger. Make you get hungry out here. If you want to eat, you gotta eat. Put that hunger in and still go after it. But just see that you've done something. Give yourself a little pat on the back. Just a quick pat to be like, yo, I actually did something this week. I was going after my goal, and reflect on that and then grind even harder.
So my sub tip to that would be to write things down. Like this is something that I have been writing things down for a while, but we collectively are coming together to kind of just write down where you are, where you want to go, and then setting those steps to get there. And so when you're reflecting every week, you'll be able to see if you hit those markers or if you need to kind of tweak things and change things up.
That's so like, yeah, she been making me think. Like we just got some questions and you'd be like, dang, okay, let me write that down. And you actually see what you really want. So sometimes you think something's important, but until you write it down and you're like, man, that's not what I'm really trying to do. This is what I'm trying to do. And it kind of clarifies where you're going and you got pen to paper.
You forget a lot. You get to see like, hey, I wrote this goal down a month ago and I actually reached it. I actually took the steps that it took and now here I am, versus forgetting like, oh, that was a mini step in terms of what you want to do, long term, but still you got to take the small wins. That's what it is. Hashtag small wins for
she
today.
Got the hashtags jumping. That's it. Small wins. Yo, what I tell y'all, bro? Y'all know I be going through it with her, don't you? Y'all know I be going through it.
Anyway. Small wins.
But nice, for real, that's all we here for, man. Just that enjoy. Hopefully, give y'all a smile, y'all laugh, y'all get the sheen cry. Emotions that we went through, the struggle is real. It's a lot of deeper things that's happened to us, over time in different places that we've been. We lived in multiple places, so.
They like, oh, y'all from the military? We not.
He'll be asking us like,
we just every day.
You live where? I thought you lived.
You moved from where?
When you got family and you got people and you got things and you always on the hustle and you got that on your mind, nothing's stopping you from doing what you need to do and to make sure you're taking care of your family. That's real. That's number one. Everybody want to take care of not only themselves but their family. So that's what we're trying to do. Just build wealth, build something, a structure for our family for years to come. Because that's what I really want, just to be able to have my children be able to grow up and feel like they can do for themselves. They don't have to go and go punch a clock if anybody, you know what I'm saying?
Not if you don't want to.
Why not? Why can't we get that to them?
Talked about that the other day. It's like, yeah, you're gonna tell them how you used to work in this and that, and I'm like, if they want to, but I don't foresee them being like, yeah, I want to go clock in where you clock. Like, I doubt it.
It's so crazy how the years change, how people are raised in a way that my father brought the way that you need to have a trade in your life. You got to learn how to do a trade. and everybody's like, everybody wants to do what their parents did, or some people as children like, I don't want to do what my parents did because everybody expects you to do it.
One of another, I think, good nugget, especially for the parents out there, is to be open with your kids about those things from a younger age. Not necessarily like you need to know about money, you need to get money, but just from a standpoint of them knowing what their options are. Like, both of my parents were entrepreneurs. Both of my parents didn't work for anybody, but that was nothing I ever thought about, like as a young adult. Like, do I want to work for somebody, or do I want to create my own path to making money? So if your kids don't really understand the differences between working for somebody else or being able to create their own foundation and their own businesses.
That's so true. Like, coming up, all I can think about is, okay, I need to find a job in the same type of platform my dad did, because that's what he done his whole life. He worked a 9 to 5, but he also worked his own business. He was an entrepreneur too, but I would have never looked at it like that. I just looked at it as
that's what he did.
worked.
Like,
Yeah, that's what he's
like,
a construction worker. He does
my
this.
parents' job.
And it's like, but he really was. But also, you know what I'm saying? I've seen the grind of my mom. She worked for a place for 35 years.
But did you contrast those two, like in your mind, of how your mom versus your dad? Because for me, both of my parents were entrepreneurs. They did their own thing. So there was really nothing else for me to compare it to. But you had both parents who did different things. So did that translate to you?
It didn't. It was more like both my parents had a 9 to 5, but my dad was a hustler. That's how it came off to me. Like, my dad hustled.
He's getting that extra bread.
He gonna get that extra bread, man. When I'm telling you, like, I don't even understand. I can't even compare to what my pops did. I mean, he would work 11 to 7 overnight, man, and he'll get off, and he would go work from like 8 to about 2:30, 3 o'clock, and then he'll come home and go to sleep and do it all over again. And
that's a real grind. Like,
I mean, like, as long as I can remember, that's all I remember. My pops, like, he grinded. I'm out there with him as a young kid. Like, summertime, we out working all summer long.
But I think that's one of the good things about where we are now. Like, I don't feel like the grind is as much as people feel like it is. Like, now I feel like it's so much more about working smarter than harder. Like, why do that now? Like, you have so many other opportunities to get your word out, or to, like, let people know what you're doing, versus physically doing something for 8 hours a day just because, you gotta
get it. Yeah. And so that's where I feel like a lot of times we don't even feel like we are free to do our own thing, because everybody teach you to go clock in, get a check, put it in the bank. That's it. That's all we know. To try to get enough saved up to get a car, to try to get a house.
I think that's it too. I think that could have been also part of it. Like, not only the fact that my parents wasn't like, hey, we work for ourselves, we're entrepreneurs, this is what we do, but also for the fact that what I did learn was from school. Like, you learn, hey, this is the course. What are you going to do? Are you going to pick a trade, or are you going to go for 4 years or 8 years? Or do you want to be a doctor? But all of those things lended itself to the educational system. There was never an option like, would you like to be a YouTuber? Like, that was never a thing. Like, you don't get those kind of options. So
I wonder if schools is going to
that's
change.
That's going to be interesting to
like,
see.
You have an entrepreneur class now?
I don't know.
Like,
I mean, I think it would be good because it's more options,
Yeah.
I mean, everybody don't want to get up at 8 o'clock in the morning to go and work for somebody else, or, like they say, follow or help somebody else build their dreams, versus you doing it for yourself. But some people like that, and if you like that, it is what it is.
Enjoy it.
I ain't like that. I mean, I enjoy, like, I've been in the dental profession for like 10 years, and I did enjoy it, but it was the time factor. Like, there's no way for the rest of my life I want to trade my time for money. Everybody get the same time. Like, you're never going to be able to, enjoy yourself. So that's why it's like, even if you have money in the bank working those type of jobs, you're never really able to really enjoy it because you working or you in Corona. One of the two.
Well, one thing I was going to point out though, I was hoping like, I guess a little insight. My pops is gone, so but if he was still here, I think about the ways that I could have helped the business and the different things that he did. To man, it would have been
He'd be booming. He'd be like,
crazy.
yo,
like,
yo, turn that ad off.
He has so much knowledge, but then give him the internet phase and the social media phase, it would have been crazy. Like I probably wouldn't be who I am today.
With his foundation of the people he already had, like word of mouth with, that he already had those relationships
everywhere in that area. Like he was called all the time to do stuff around the house.
Yeah,
he just knew everything from concrete to roofing.
That would have meant you had to pick up a hammer. He would have needed help.
I would have put on that ad for Indeed, like, and would have been putting us some people. We need some handymen, some carpenters. We need this. But see, that's the difference. Like back then, they didn't have that. You had to probably put an ad out in the newspaper or word of mouth for somebody.
I think word of mouth kind of was the thing because
handyman.
It gave you character for other people too, or it helped you understand other people's character because most people could vouch for you, like, oh, like he do good work.
Oh, you had him do that? Oh, that's nice. He gonna do good work. So it's a totally different vibe than these days where people can just put up fake pictures and you get ads and then they get people and their stuff is falling over the next day. It'd be crazy.
Shade.
Okay. All right. I'm not gonna go in too hard on some of the stuff I've seen. But anyway, just those things.
Like, okay, let me just tell you something, and you can't comment. No, I was just gonna say he liked to talk, y'all. So I'm really gonna be trying to, rein us in to make sure that our time is on point. But this man, he will talk you under the covers. I'm telling you. Do you remember when we used to talk? Do you remember when we used to talk? When we were dating, and you used to talk me to sleep, like all the time.
But that's because she wanted me to.
All the time.
She's like, baby, stay on the phone. And I'm like, but you be going to sleep on me. I'll be talking to you, and I'll be trying to tell you something important by that time. And then she's over there. Like, babe, you did.
He used to talk me to sleep like every night.
You're right. I mean, it was good times though, man. We have fun. So
but anyway, he talked. So we about to wrap this one up. And what we're gonna talk about next video?
We're gonna talk about, I think, how to make money in the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? If y'all got any ideas or things y'all try, we can talk about it. Funny things that hasn't been so good.
What's working? See, that's the other thing too, is that it's so many things out here, but what's really working? Stay tuned because we ain't about to tell you to go and take no survey. Like I'm just saying.
Yeah, we doing this out here. We still making it, but at the same time, we want to hear how everybody else is doing out there. Though that's an important thing. It's like we want to see what the world is doing out there as well. Not only us, we're going to share what we got. But we want to see how people are doing things, what they're doing, and just spread the message that help people that ain't able to do it. Because there's a lot of people that isn't making it through this pandemic, which is...
You see how you're trying to open this conversation back up? We ain't doing it.
I'm not, but I'm just saying, there's a lot of people that aren't making it out there. So, look, for real, we really want to get y'all to come and subscribe. You'll see how it's going to be super fun. We're going to have a good time. Y'all going to be entertained. And like I said, our talking points is going to be a lot about entrepreneurship, doing it as a team, our lifestyle, the things we've done, and being married throughout it. So it's a lot. So
all right, y'all, stay tuned.
Yep.
We'll see y'all on the next one.
That subscribe button.
You know where it's at.